Good morning, good morning. Welcome to another day. We are going to do a little bit of a reading here. I already feel so I don't know, good because we did our daily, and I know I scheduled these out to where I don't know what time this one will be scheduled for, so this one might end up showing up right in the middle. But the readings I normally do at the end, the first thing I normally do is the buy the book card of the day, which is the little short video, and then I'll do then I did the tarot study, and then the Hierophant, and then we did the White Oracle card, where the automatic writing practice, which I'm just so grateful for that time because it really helps me to show up and write, because so many times I just put that off. And so I'm glad we're doing that. So thank you, Spirit, for bringing us to school each day to do that. And but now they want us to connect in this way. So that's what we're going to do. And so just closing your eyes, we're going to do a little breathing here. Breathing in through the nose, pulling out that beautiful Mother Earth energy and really rooting down to her. Almost picturing like this little tentacle, if you will, reaching all the way down of your energy, going all the way down and rooting down and finding her core, her center, as if you were like reaching out to hold her hand, and that's where you're going to find it. So just reach all the way down to her core, and just breathing, and then breathing in and up her beautiful healing energy. This beautiful, you can even picture like a green light coming up if you can picture colors or lights. If not, just sense and feel and know. However you best connect that way. I can't always, every now and then I'll be able to see color or I'll be able to see images, but most of the time it's more of like a feeling and knowing. So don't put yourself in a category of I can't, because that's not true. You're just you may just be connecting differently than your neighbor. All right, so breathing in nice and slow, and exhale. Breathing in nice and slow, pulling down Father Son's energy of clarity and cleansing. We're really asking Father Son and Source Light energy to just pour down their light. And if we could picture just like a big ball, let's just picture that burning ball of light, just as if it was the sun, just coming down, like this big burning ball of light coming down straight through our crown, going all the way straight through our center channel, and just burning away all that no longer serves us, burning away any stuck energy, any blocks in our energy centers, any blocks in our Torah, any blocks in our energetic field at all, and just burning away any stuck emotions, any stuck anything that has us maybe feeling stagnant or in slow motion or not able to move forward. And just really just burning away all of these things that no longer serve us or never have served us, or also in anybody else's energy that we may be carrying. And also I keep adding on, so not too much to ask, right? Also burning away any feelings of responsibility for others, because we are here to be responsible for ourselves, right? And our journeys. We can't control other people's thoughts, feelings, emotions, all the things. We can't control that, so we have to let that go. So we need to please burn that away too. So we're going to be breathing that in nice and slow. Not too much to ask. Oh, sorry, this has turned into a stretch. So breathing that in nice and slow, this big fireball sun straight through our crown, going all the way through our center, just burning, burning, burning away. Breathing it in. Pull it down. You can even use your arms and hands as a guide if you need to. Again. Again. Really feeling the flames of the sun just penetrating every part of your being, just burning away any aches and pains, burning away any stagnant energy, burning away any, in every little crevice, burning away any tension that you have in your body, any tightness, burning away, burning away, burning away, all that is holding us back. Breathing into our heart space, pulling together that beautiful Mother Earth and Father Sun energy, creating this beautiful divine feminine, divine masculine energy of balance, and sending that out through our whole energetic field. Breathing in. Breathing in the spark of the fire of the south. Breathing in. Breathing in clarity of the air and winds of the east. Breathing in. Breathing in the flows of the water of the west. Breathing in. Breathing in the foundation, the core, the grounding of the earth of the north. Breathing in. Breathing in center, breathing in spirit into our center, into our core, into our being, and reminding ourselves that we are spirit, we are one. Breathing in. Oyana siano tuyano oyana. Calling in our angels and our guides, calling in our ancestors of love and light, calling in Jesus, Mary, Magdalene, and Freya too, calling in our Ascension Council, Galactic Council, all those of the highest high of love and light, and only those of the highest high of love and light to be here with us together, gathering to help us to heal, to grow, to learn, to be one, and to be clear channels, receiving and giving the exact messages in which we are meant to receive for our highest good. Also calling in and asking assistance from our Archangel Council of Archangel Michael, Metatron, Uriel, Azrael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Shamuel to be here with us, help safeguarding our space, helping it to be a sacred space, cleansed and cleared of all energy that does not belong here, and amplifying all energy that does, to help us to heal, to help us to grow, to help us to learn, to help us to see clearly, to help us to hear clearly, to help us to feel, receive, and give purely, clearly, free of ego, free of the mind, but in connection with the heart. Oya nasianotu, oya nasianotu, anasianotu, anasianotu. And as you put out that intention too, then we create this beautiful closed circuit, me and you and spirit in between. Amen, and so it is. Anasianotu. All right, let's get down to the brass tacks of the matter. Is that how it goes? Taxum brackets? No. Brass tacks? Yes. Okay. The Winter Hangman. We've had her a few times this season already since we've gotten these cards. Two of Cups. The original Rider-Waite. Ten of Wands from Tarot of the Abyss. Oops. He's got a heavy load. Heavy load. Here. Antlers. Allow the magic of who you are to be seen by the eyes you keep. Sorry, I gotta read that again. My mind just went into two different places and I really want to be present to receive and to hear and to feel and all the things. Okay. Antlers. Oh, look how pretty. Allow the magic of who you are to be seen by the eyes you keep. You are enough, my dear. Take ease in receiving. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like, are they separate? Are they one? They are both. This and that. Love that. Okay, I was trying to figure out if we were supposed to pull another one from there or not, but I don't think so. So pretty. I always had a thing for like antlers and stuff, but the thought of like, I don't know, I would have to, like, if I was to have antlers, it would have to be like, because of like natural shedding or something, maybe. The moon. I love this one. Look. All the phases. It's all like, it's kind of like how this one is. Are they separate or are they one? This and. It's like all the different phases is the same, still the same giant moon, right? But it feels, they feel separate somehow, right? But they're still one. Yeah, not too. Winter. Isn't that fitting? Oh, he's sleeping. I was trying to figure out if he was. Oh, and then there's I think those are those lily of the valley. That's my birth flower there underneath him. If that's what it is, I don't know. It could be totally be wrong. There's also could be like daffodils, but that are like, I don't know. All right, carry on. The daffodils are yellow. Are there white daffodils? I don't know. But isn't that fitting to pull the winter card there? Bounteous, generously given, relationships coming together. Amen. Amen. And but doesn't, okay. Look at that. I love when that happens. Like it's like seam. I feel like we might be done. Okay, here we go. Iano suyano tuyano kuyano suyano tuyano oyana. Like I need to move this. All right. Oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano suyano tuyano oyana. Iano suyano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana. Iano suyano tuyano oyana. Iano suyano tuyano oyana. So they're showing like the same kind of comparison like they did before about how like behind the scenes everything's coming together as if you were like there was a big wedding happening and you were the bride, and then you get to come in and you get to see it all done, even though you don't. So you're all worried about behind the scenes. You're all worried about like everything coming together, and it's taking all these different things to bring it all together. You've got your caterers and the DJ and the all the different like decor, florists and all the things coming together, right? And it takes all these things coming together, and all this is happening behind the scenes, but you don't see it all happening. You see it when you walk in and it's all put together. This time though, and that's what they talked about, and I don't remember which reading it was, but the other day. But this time they're doing it a little bit different. This time you keep butting in. You keep standing in the middle of right in the center of the room when all this hustle and bustle is happening, and they're like, all these things are happening, all these things are coming together, but you keep getting in the way because you're so worried about how it's going to look and how it's going to end up and how it's going to be. It has to be just right, and they just want you to get out of your own way. Because again, you're maybe slowing, you could even technically be slowing progress, because you're standing smack in the center when all these, and the florist is trying to go, get everything set up, and then the hotel people or whoever's is trying to like get the table set up, and the caterer's trying to get the plates put on the table, and then the DJ's trying to get the lights and the music going and set up, and you're sitting there right in the middle and like trying to like make sure everything is going. Is the floor still here? Is this still happening? Is this still happening? They're like, yes, get out of the way. You're just like in your own way. You're overthinking everything. You're in the own way. You're in your own way. And it's causing, where it's almost like if a rock was to roll right in the center of like a little stream or a river, and now it's like having to kind of go around it, it could cause a disruption in the flow. So they're like, take a deep breath, really just shake out, like, no, seriously, you need to do this. Closing your eyes, taking a deep breath. Shimmy those shoulders. Shake out your arms, shake out your fingers and your hands. Just shake it out. Shake your head, shake your neck. Shake, 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 shake. And just be like shake off all these worries, all this and then twist and bend and all the things, to really work out any tension, any kinks you got going on. Anything that's making you just be too worried about the situation. We need to Anasiano tuyano oyana, kiano suyano tuyano oyana. Step into the flow and just let it go. Step into the flow and just let it go. Step into the flow and just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. Anasiano tu, anasuyano tu, anasuyano tu, anasuyano tu, anasuyano tu. And it's almost even too another thing that they're showing example is if you were to say you're bending down over a stream, and as a way of making a wish, you make this little paper boat. You do your wish into a little paper boat. I love this idea. And you put put the little paper boat into the stream of the water, and that is your way of letting it go, putting your wish out there to the universe, to spirit, to all that is, and being I trust you. Here you go. Here's my wish. Let it be. So be it. Blessed be. All the things. And so you put it there, but then you're I don't know. How's it going? How's it going? So you keep going down the stream and kind of poking it with the stick, and keep checking on it and keep the whole this whole time, and then but you keep poking at it with the stick so much that it's starting to get waterlogged, and it's starting to whoa. And spirit's even having a hard time keeping control because you keep bonking it with your stick, and they're back off. Just trust. Trust. Let it go and trust. Know that spirit has a hand in the situation, whatever the situation is for you, and just let it go. Stop being so wound up so tight inside over it, not being out of control, not because you feel you can't control it, which you already knew you couldn't control. You already know there's no way you can control it. So stop trying to control it from your allowing your insides to get all twisted up. And then you're all I'm so twisted up because I don't know what's going to happen. I put this out there and I want it to happen. But at this point, I've done what I could do. At this point, there's nothing else I could do. And so, but just not knowing what's going to happen, they're just take a deep breath. Shake it off. Wiggle it, dance it out. whatever you've got to do to release. I let go, I let go, I let go. I hand it over to you, Spirit. I let it go, I let it go, let it go. I hand it over to you. I hand it over to you. I hand it over to you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Amen, and so it is. So you need to, that's what they want you to do. They want you to, if you're giving them, if you're putting them in charge of the thing, let them be in charge of it. Stop micromanaging it. Stop trying to take control back. If you want Spirit to have control over this part, let them have control over this part. All right, is there anything else? Okay. I'm looking at the bear and I start yawning. Don't beat yourself up over slowing down and doing things at a slower pace, because that's what winter's all about, is going slow. Walk, if you want to go for your walks at a slower pace, if you want to do your work at a slower pace, if you want to do your art at a slower pace, if you want to do your organizing and your cleaning out of things, cleaning out of closets, or whatever it is for you that you're doing. But if you're doing it at a slower pace, it's fine. It's fine. That's what winter is about. Go with that slow flow. Go with the slow flow. You can't there's no way to run through 3 feet of snow and get very far very fast. They say you get further by going slower during this season in your life, this season in time, this season period. Energetically, it feels like this is just the way it's supposed to go. You're just supposed to slow down and allow yourself to really feel into this phase. Feel into this phase of life that you're in. Feel into this phase of the season that you're in. Feel into this phase of your being, of all of it. Just like everything. Feel into it. Feel into it. Root down into it. Root down into it. Nurture it. Love it. Caress it. All the things. Become a part of the season. Allow it to penetrate your bones. Be a part. Be one with winter. Be one with this phase of your life. Be one with this phase, this season. Be one with it. Be one with it. Allow that to inspire you. Allow the slow pace of the season to be inspiring to you, instead of looking at it as a hindrance. Allow it to be an inspiration. How can this slower pace inspire me? How can it bring about just insight and clarity when I slow down and I see things in a different way, from different angles, points of view, all the things? Then where can clarity come into different things that I may have rushed past before? Take your time. Go with the flow. Go nice and slow and steady. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. And they're saying that, so this flow that we're going with, so the earth part is this solid, grounding, heavy, not heavy, but in a good way heavy, like a weighted blanket heavy. That's that energy, that element, the energy that they're wanting us to have right now, is that weighted blanket feeling of nice and held. But then there's the water element that they talked about before, about during these certain situations and things that we have put out there, just go with the flow with that and trust. But then also now they're bringing that up again, and they're talking about relationships. And they're talking about being so worried about different relationships that come in and out of our lives. What did I do wrong? How can I fix this? How can I do that? What did I say to irritate or whatever it is? How How can I fix this? How can I make this person like me? How can I, I'm like, Spirit, are you in my head right now? I've always been so bad about like really wanting like, why don't they like me? What did I do? What did I say? Because I'm always putting my foot in my mouth. My anxiety takes over, and then it's like, who knows what's coming out? I don't know. It's just like I'm word vomiting all over myself and everybody else's shoes, and it's just no good on the first. So if you get past the first meeting with me, you are a superhero, a rock star, and I will cherish you always. But but they're saying like this is not just a me situation. As far as like this is for you too. Like it's like the relationships, because there's some of you that have been worried about different relationships, and they're saying that the relationships that are meant to withstand like different phases of your life, that are meant to carry on, they will be binding. They will be binding. And then everything else, though, we just need to let it flow. We need to let that flow too. There are certain relationships that will come and they will go. They will come and they will go. And they will come. They may come back again for another round and then go again. Come again and go again. We got to stop stressing about this so much, about like who likes who and who doesn't like who, and this is this and that and this and that. And they're like, causes too much anxiety right here. There's just too much anxiety right here. If you have to work that hard for relationship, to be in a relationship, and they're not talking about just romantic, but this is part of it too. This could be you. It's not worth it. Let it flow. Let it go. Let it flow, let it go, let it flow, let it go. Just allow what is meant to be. The relationships that are meant to be withstanding, they will withstand. They'll hang out. They will be a part of you. And you'll be like, I don't know why these people like me, but they seem to keep coming back for more. So, and those are your people. Those are your people, because they're like, and that's like, those are your people. So just allow those relationships to stay around and allow the rest just to keep going. It shouldn't be that stressful. We shouldn't have to fight to stay in any kind of, for anybody's attention. We shouldn't have to fight to be liked. We shouldn't have to fight to like, see me, hear me. It shouldn't be that way. And if it's that way, you need to let it go. It wasn't meant. And if they come back, the flow brings them back, then the flow brings them back. But in the meantime, if you're having to fight, see me, hear me, be with me. And again, whenever I say be with me, it doesn't mean necessarily romantically. It could mean, I thought you were going to be my new bestie, and you just ghosted me. Where did you go? Where did you go? And it wasn't meant to be. They weren't meant for you. And Spirit might be saving you from a lot of drama. So let it go. Let it go. Let it flow. Let it flow. Because if you're like trying to grab on dear life, your guides and stuff may have seen trouble down the road and been like, girl, no, stop, let it go, let her go, let him go, whatever it is, let him go. That's too much trouble. But then you're like totally going, no, love me, like me. Don't you want to, spend time with me? Can't we, aren't we supposed to be besties so we can help each other be amazing, have an amazing life together? Sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer is a resolute no. And you may not be able to see and know everything, because again, you're not on the other side of things. You're not in the realm of being able to see past, present, future, all the things, where time is just an illusion. You're still in the regular timeline, 9 to 5 timeline. So you need to just trust in all of those that can see the full picture. you've got a whole team of angels and guides that can see the whole picture, and you're trying to disregard their opinion. And you may not even know that that's their opinion. The only thing that you get is that there's resistance in trying to connect with somebody, or trying to reconnect, or trying to stay connected. It could be a mix of all of those things. Maybe because, but they're saying that there's this, they can see the bigger picture, and that's why they're trying to get this just to flow right on by. So allow it to happen. And if it's meant to be, it'll come back to be. If it's meant to be, it'll come back to be. In the meantime, let the flow, let it go. Let it go. Just allow it to go. But you will have, and if you keep doing that, because if you're spending your total focus and time and energy on grasping a hold of this relationship that is not even meant to be for you, then you could totally miss something else. So let what's meant to be, and let the rest go with the flow, and then that will have, like, then you'll have this open space, and like you will be in the flow vibe, and to be allow space and the freedom and the energy and the flow to bring what is meant to be in, and to where you won't miss it, to where you won't go, oh no, where did it all go? So just please, we need to pay attention. And if we're getting the vibe of letting it go, let them go, stop fighting. You shouldn't have to fight for a relationship. Like, if it's meant to be, it'll be, right? You shouldn't have to fight to get attention. You shouldn't have to fight to be heard, to be seen, to be loved. You should not have to beg, quote unquote, because you know what I mean. It's not like you're on your knees going, please love me, but in a way, energetically, you are. So we need to cut that shit out. We got to cut that shit out to make space for who is meant to be in that space with you, will come in and cherish your weird little ass just the way you are, and will love all the weird things you say, knowing half of what you say sometimes you're speaking out your ass, and they are fine with that because they know, oh, that's just her anxiety talking. So just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. And know what is meant to be will come to thee. Okay. All right. Anything else? We're going back to the changing perspective. Hang on. Iana siano tuyano oyana. Iano tuyano oyana. Kiano tuyano oyana. Oyana siano tu. Oyana siano tu. Trying to figure out where they're going with this. Something about changing perspective in your work day, in your workflow. Oyana siano tuiano, oyana siano tuiano. Iano suyano tuiano oyana. Ana siano tuiano oyana. Oyana siano tuiano oyana. Oyana kiano tuiano oyana. Changing perspective in your workflow, figuring it out, like, because they're kind of comparing this to the relationship thing. That sometimes in our somebody's workflow, there's something in somebody's workflow where it feels like just having to drag your ass into doing this or doing that, and it's not feeling like a good part of the flow, but you feel like it's necessary. I'm trying to figure out where they're going with this, but to bring balance, we must just like with the rest, step into the flow and let the rest go. So there may be some things in your schedule that don't need to be there, that you're overthinking, that you're overdoing, that you're over preparing, that you're over all the things. You're just over nitpicking everything, just like with the other situation, but differently. This is like all work related. Like maybe you're just so overly concerned about typos that you go over things like 10 times whenever the going it over it again once or twice was way plenty of times. Twice was an overkill. You already went over it. Let it go. And then same thing with anything that's the like just being too nitpicky on and to where you're losing the love and passion for it. I'm not really sure what this is in relation to, but it feels very specific to someone. And it feels like you had like this passion for this job, this career, and you're doing it, you're making it happen. But then somewhere along the way, you turned it into this, it's like almost like a perfectionism marathon where every single aspect of it has to be just so. It has to be just so. It has to be perfect. Everything has to be in a line because if I drop one ball, then it's all going to come tumbling down. It feels like you are very like on the verge of total collapse, of like total like exhaustion, total like mental fatigue. It's draining. It's just draining you, and they're like, you, girl, you've got to breathe. You've got to stop trying to get every single thing just so. Every single thing just so. They're like, you're overly thinking it. Overly thinking every single thing. It feels like just like, is the text the same width on this side? Is this is just too much. It's too much. You have to go back, find your center again, find your why again, find the reasoning of like why you became passionate about this in the first place. Because if you're going to start losing the whole point of it all. You already are. It's already happening. You're already losing it. You're already losing your center, your reasoning why, and your which is going to impact the effect of what you're doing. You have to come back to center and the whole reasoning why you're doing the thing that you're doing, or you're going to lose the effect of it, and it's not going to. You're not going to perform as well. It's not going to like reach as many or whatever it is that you're trying to do. It's not going to have the impact that you're looking for it to have because you're losing where your focus should be. Your focus should be on why were you passionate about in the first place? Why were you like this? And this needs to come out of me. This needs to be out in the world. This needs to I need to make this impact in the world because of XYZ. This is important to me because of Y. It feels like this passion is very much like has really good true purpose behind it, and can be of a big impact if you come back home to your center and to your heart space and come from that space instead of the analytical space. It needs to be more heart-centered instead of head-centered. You got to find that good balance. They're not saying to like throw all your work out the window and not like care about spelling or punctuation. But they're just saying like you've got to like, because it started here and then it just kept on going up here and now it's up here and it's like in your way too far into your head, and you need to find that balance again. Leaning more heavily towards the heart space instead of the head space. So that way your true reason and purpose is shown behind it instead of like it feels too like business like or something. It's starting to get too on the clinical side and less on the heart side. So you need to come back to heart space so that way your message truly comes across clearly and is received the way it was meant to be received, because eventually it's going to fizzle out if you don't. You're going to fizzle out, the message will fizzle out. So you just come back to heart space and heart center and find that balance. Find the balance, find that like right in between the two, and not get too far up in the head. You want your message to go heart to heart instead of like, yeah. So let's get out of our heads. Let's come back down to heart space. While keeping, you can cross your T's and dot your I's. Just don't keep going, like keep, like all of that stuff part. Allow your heart, the heart part to be shown. It needs the balance. And I feel like, I know this may not make sense to some people, but I feel like it's totally going to land for other people that it's meant to, because I only halfway get it. Because I can relate in some ways, but I feel like this is very directed at there's a certain few there that this is meant to be for. So that's for you. If it's for you, there you go. If it's not, if you don't resonate, you might someday, because you'll find your thing, and then you'll start here and then end up here, and you'll be like, oh, I remember when she said I need to bring it back down so I could stay focused and balanced and true to myself, so I don't wear myself thin too. Don't wear yourself thin on trying to get every single thing perfect. Those that are meant to come, that are attracted to what you're offering, will. It doesn't have to be perfect. And if we keep putting it out there that everything has to be perfect, then those that are putting it out there too, they're going to be like, oh, well, I'm not perfect. What do I have to offer? And we don't want that, right? Okay. So respecting our phases, respecting ourself whenever it comes to relationships, respecting ourself and our heart space and everything with work, load, and all of that, and our true mission and our true passion, like coming back home to that. Anasiano tuyano oina, nice and slow. Anasiano tuyano oina. Sometimes the magic is in the slow mode, paying attention to all of that. I don't know, there was a lot in this message, and I appreciate it so much. And I feel like we need to just go and burrow in a cave and let it all soak in. I just feel like I'm just very grateful for all of this, for all of you. Much love.